Today's zoologists face the challenge of engaging the public, showing them why they should care about invertebrate decline, as well as telling them what they can do about it. But that comes with many difficulties.
Invertebrate conservation faces a lot of problems. For starters, many members of the public aren't aware of all the services provided by invertebrates. For example, whilst many are aware of the pollination services we get from Apis mellifera, the western honeybee, few know that many species of ants also contribute to pollination and help aerate the soil with their underground nests. Making this information readily available to the public via online websites, videos and podcasts can help solve this issue. But this links into our next problem. Invertebrate science is underfunded. If zoologists don't have the money for physical equipment and online resources, they can't conduct invertebrate surveys, help manage habitats, or provide key information to the public. So why don't more bodies help fund these projects? Well, another problem is that stakeholders and policymakers, such as politicians, aren't always aware of the issues facing invertebrate conservation, or the scale of the impact if nothing is done. However, these two problems can be solved by encouraging more people into invertebrate studies. If there are more research projects being proposed in invertebrate biology, policymakers and stakeholders will recognise the significance of the field. We also face the issue that many potentially important species of invertebrates are still undiscovered. Another reason we need more zoologists, as this means we're currently trying to conserve species we don't even know anything about. As more and more people enter the field of zoology, however, there is great potential for this to slowly change. This also helps with yet another problem. We don't know enough about the distribution of some of the species we've already identified. Different survey types utilised on a global scale could help us, but again, this requires more zoologists and funding. But this leads us to another problem. We can't accurately measure the abundance of invertebrates through time very easily. This is because invertebrate bodies do not fossilise as readily, but also due to the lack of historical records of invertebrate migrations, extinctions and speciation. There are a few potential ways we can overcome this in the future, mostly involving better data collection systems. Finally, some species have very sensitive ways of life and are therefore harder to keep in captivity. This can, however, be improved by more observations on wild populations and keeping said populations healthy.
As you can see, a lot of these challenges can be overcome not through financial injections, but through fostering an interest in zoology for future invertebrate biology.